Hola, we're in Mexico today. You are getting ready to read the story, Dear Primo. Before we get started, Dear Primo is about a story of two cousins, one who lives in America and one in Mexico. Their daily lives are different, yet similar. Charlie takes the subway to school. Carlitos rides his bike. Charlie plays in fallen leaves. Carlitos plays among the local cacti. Dear Primo covers the sights, sounds, smells, and tastes of two very different childhoods, while also emphasizing how alike Charlie and Carlitos are in their heart. Spanish words are among the English text, providing a wonderful way to introduce language and culture of Mexico to you. I hope that you have lots of fun reading this story today. Before we get started, I want to tell you what our activity is to help us better understand our story. Today, while we read, you are going to make connections. We're going to practice making connections. When something in the story reminds you of your own life, you're making a connection. Good readers make connections while they read to help them understand what they're reading. So, today they had talked about how Carlitos and Charlie both have different lives. Who do you relate to? Do you play games? What kind of games do you play? When you hear the two boys doing something that you know, you're going to pause and say it out loud. Hey, I do that. Or when they're at the grocery store, you're going to pause and you're going to tell your parents about what you like at the grocery store, how you go to the grocery store. They also talk about quesadillas. When you hear about quesadillas, if you've ever had them, you're going to pause and make a connection. Reflect on the different parts of the story that relate to you and your life. Do you have a garden or a skyscraper near your home? Do you ride a bike or a subway to school? Or maybe you ride in a car, completely different. What is your favorite food? We get to hear all of those connections, and we're going to build those connections so that way we better understand our story like a great reader. Then, once you complete the story, you're going to share your picture. You're going to draw a picture and write at least one thing that you like to do in your backyard or in your neighborhood, in your culture. And if it's the same as one of the boys or if it's completely different. And you're going to share that with us on Flipgrid. I can't wait to see you there, and keep on making those connections while you're reading a story.